Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. A new Tiguan has arrived. Not too small, not too big, not too dull, just right. Meet the 2025 Volkswagen Tiguan, VW's compact SUV that's had a growth spurt, lost some pounds, and got a polish. And it's now hoping to hit the sweet spot. So today I'm going to test it and find out if that's true. So let's rewind before we talk about this car, because there were two previous generations of the Volkswagen Tiguan. Now the first one was just a little bit too compact for an SUV. The second one, its proportions were really weird. It was kind of lanky and it had really big overhangs. It just didn't look great. So for 2025, this third generation Volkswagen Tiguan aims to get it just right. It's got cleaner lines, it's got shorter overhangs, it's more aerodynamic, and it weighs 170 pounds less. So to make it less awkward, they've actually kept the wheelbase exactly the same length and simply chopped off a couple of inches from the back and from the front. So now it's actually shorter than the second gen model, which is kind of unusual because most car makers make these cars bigger every single time. Under the hood is Volkswagen's familiar 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, good for 201 horsepower, which is more than the second gen had. Torque numbers are different depending on the drivetrain. So the front-wheel drive car gets 207, and the all-wheel drive 4Motion car gets 221 foot-pounds of torque. Driven through, in every case, an 8-speed automatic transmission. More good news, it gets better fuel economy thanks to better aerodynamics and that reduced weight. Expect to get around 30 miles per gallon on the highway with this 4Motion model. So this SEL model gets these 20-inch rims as standard, and it's wearing these Pirelli Scorpion all-season tires. They're 255/40s all around. In the back, cargo space is pretty decent. So behind the rear seats, you get around 26.5 cubic feet of space. Put those down, you get 59 cubic feet in total. And under here, you actually get a spare wheel. So it looks pretty good from the back, but I really don't like this obsession for all this sort of piano black. It's not necessary. Front, you get a brand new grille. Shame that it's piano black. Huge VW badge, and then you've got these LED lights on either side. I think it looks pretty good. So how much is it? Well, the base car is just a little bit over $30,000 for a front-wheel driver. If you want the all-wheel drive system, you're gonna have to pay an extra $1,500. Now this one, top of the line SEL R-Line model, it's gonna cost you around $39,000. It only has one option. It's this brand new avocado green paint. So out the door, expect to pay around $42,000 for this particular trim. Well, it's certainly decently spacious in the back. I've got plenty of legroom, I've got plenty of headroom. I got obviously a couple of cup holders in there. The material quality is nice. These outboard seats are actually heated. You got some vents and you've got some USB power as well. And it's very nicely made. So tech is front and center. The driver gets a 10.3-inch digital cockpit Pro gauge cluster. The center screen on standard trims is a 12.9-inch. The SEL R-Line gets a whopping 15-inch display. Just to get this cool sort of fake wood grain. A lot of stitching around the cabin, on the seats as well. So ahead of the driver, the configurable display is actually quite nice, and you can just toggle to that side and you can move your information here, temps, navigation, average speed, average economy. Let's take a look here, 20.9, that's pretty impressive for me. Or you can go to the other side and you can show audio, what's playing, telephone stop start, your navigation, average speed, average economy, etc. You can switch it around, put your music on the right hand side, move it over from the left, and then my fuel economy 20.7. I always like to see where I'm at with that. You can always configure the center one as well if you wish. Just go here and then hit the button. You can do speed, or you can go gear display. I'll have speed, thanks. So this gives you multiple different screens. You got media, there's a configuration wizard, drive safely, message. You can go over here, you can customize the tiles on the home screen. Here's your driving data. You can scroll over again, what's playing, your elevation, whether your ESC is on or off, oil temperature, steering angle. I don't need any of that really. And then you can go into this one right here, and you can turn off your traction control, you can turn off the stop start, you can change the position of the head-up display. So you have a number of different drive modes here. Eco, we're in comfort right now. Sport, custom, off-road, we'll use that because we're kind of on a trail, and then also a snow mode. Sport, we'll try that when we get onto some pavement. Below that, irritating climate controls here. Currently got it set for 73, but you got to click it right here. And then it goes into, you want auto, you want smart controls, AC max, you want recirc. All that stuff is right here. Heated steering wheel over here. You've also got your cooled seats and your heated seats. So simply press either the blue one or the red one on both sides. And then to adjust the temperature, annoyingly, the only place to do it is with these little slidey things. And they're really difficult to control. And then the same with the volume. But there is good news because Volkswagen have given us a physical volume button. This is awesome. And then this is your engine start stop. Took me a little bit to look for it because normally it's red and easy to see. Under the armrest you get some storage space and then a Wi-Fi charger and a couple of USBs. And then finally you get a massive sunroof, but unfortunately it has a very thin hairnet over it to stop the sun getting in. Right, let's take it for a drive. As I said earlier, I am on a truck trail, so we're gonna select the off-road mode. We're going to get out of here, get onto some pavement, see how it goes. Okay, off-road mode engaged. Select D. I do like the fact that it releases the parking brake. Some cars do not do that. It's really annoying. Right, let's see how this goes. A little bit of rallying in the 4Motion here. It has rain, so it shouldn't be too dusty along here, but let's see how smooth this suspension is. So the 4Motion system is a Haldex system, so it can only really send up to 50% to the rear. But let's be honest, this is a little compact SUV. I don't think most people who buy this kind of car would need much more than that. We're not doing power slides in the dirt. But it's pretty smooth on this stuff. There's a little bit of washboard later on, but now steering is really light. Engine seems quiet so far. I'm very excited that it's got Pirellis on it though. Oh my god. Volkswagen just love to put Bridgestones, but a bad handling little car off-road. So we can see what's coming. We can get a bit of speed on here. A bit of rallying. It's very smooth. I'm quite impressed. Slow down for this bit. No one coming. Yeah, it's transferring the power where it needs to go, so I'm not getting any slip whatsoever. Of course, I'm getting the avocado green paint. Very dusty right now. All right, so we're jumping onto back onto the blacktop. So let's hit the sport button. All right, this will give it some quite aggressive gearing. You can probably hear the engine there, and it actually sounds pretty good. Okay, off we go. Well, it's not fast, but brisk, I think is the word that I'm looking for. It feels a little bit sluggish off the line. Maybe a little bit of turbo lag, but actually, once you get it up to speed, it's not bad. One thing that I have noticed is that the brake pedal, there's like an inch or so of travel before the brakes actually start giving you some breakage. But going around these turns, quite impressed. Let's just see what we can do. Do a quick launch and see what we think. I feel like it's a 7.5 second car. Okay, off we go. Bit of lag. $60. It's better once it gets going than actually off the line. I feel like I was quicker off the line that time, going around a turn. Rolls a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's trying to understeer just a little bit, but it's very composed at speed, and I think it handles remarkably well for a little compact SUV. So what do we think? Well, Volkswagen set out to create what they think is the perfect compact SUV. It's not perfect. There are some quirks and some issues, particularly with some of the interior controls and the sliders and all that kind of thing that makes you take your eyes off the road. But as a whole, it's more grown up, it's more mature, and it's more refined. And if Goldilocks were to pick a compact SUV, she might just choose this one. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time with another video.